Black Thought being a trillion times better than
Sway in the morning. Chilling.
Big Sway.
Yeah. Ask the question.
Yeah.
Better on what basis? Because if it's on influence, obviously
he believes
better rapper
that Black Thought is a trillion times better than Jay-Z as a rapper,
as a better lyricist.
As a lyricist,
okay.
How do you feel?
Just based on bars.
How do you feel about it?
Well, I must admit I'm a little bit ignorant to Black Thought or the Roots.
Yeah,
but Jay-Z obviously is a legend and he's incredible.
Yeah.
So
both are legends.
I don't really have they're both legends, yes, of course. And I know that I think all rappers or anyone that consumes music has appreciation for the Roots, you know, and their influence in music, in Black 100%. Culture, in music in general.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not really sure of like his discography or the things he's done. Yeah. But you cannot discount the influence, the Hove influence. So I'm just gonna have to be on Jay-Z's side there.
Let's just break a few things down and then we can make a decision in the next 5 to 10 minutes of how we feel about the situation. Who do we feel is the best lyricist when we're talking about technically? Is that subjective or is that...
Yeah, it's subjective.
It might be
Black Thought.
It might be Black Thought.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like Black Thought is more of a refined, purist lyricist in that state, where Jay is more of a commercial artist too. Jay's like one of our first artists that came from that underground energy and kind of elevated it to H to the Izzo, for example, and things that and records, because obviously hip hop music has got to a place now where it's the biggest genre of music in the world. So the artists that who started off doing their thing, the African Bambatas and all of that, they got to a certain point and then couldn't get any further because
he's got a weird case, right? Why is he?
Why is he still around?
Might need to use another name.
But I was just saying that, or Run DMC, who had the Adidas run. Hip hop became more commercialized. It wasn't just an underground beats, rhymes, syndicate, ciphers. It became big business. So when you talk about Jay, he's like the embryo of that. You know what I mean? When I first listened to Jay-Z, he's the first person that kind of was like, right, have you got money or not? And if you haven't, why are you not hustling? Where Black Thought is more of a lyricist, sit down, craft, depth. The freestyle he did on Hot 97, still go back to that. Incredible. But the Roots and that whole thing have their own their own energy and feeling. Don't forget, remember when the Roots had a record out? I don't know if you remember it. And it's what is it? What Would You Do? Is that the record? The record where they're actually doing a parody on Biggie, and they were saying all of these rappers now in the shiny suits and portraying the champagne lifestyle and all of that are not living a certain life. They had a record out and a music video taking a piss out of those type of artists. So mentality wise, Black Thought isn't even in that kind of realm. He doesn't really align with maybe a Jay-Z. Right. Anyway, so they are completely different artists in their own right. Quality wise, as you said, you could argue Black Thought is a better lyricist technically, but you have to put Jay-Z in that bracket too, because technically Jay-Z is an incredible lyricist too.
Yes.
I think what Black Thought has over Jay-Z is that he's more or less, I think him being on the Jimmy Fallon show will make some people go, this guy ain't better than Jay-Z. But he's almost like he's rapping every day. Yeah. I don't know how often my goat raps until he pops out.
He definitely has more verses than Jay.
There's no incentive for him to.
He's got 14 albums.
Black Thought is like, he's almost like he's still rapping to put food on his table. Yeah. It's always Jay-Z just
so the
raps.
Struggle is still there.
Yeah. Jay-Z will rap just to be like, here, I know you lot need to be fed. Hold that. Yeah. And then we on the internet to stop what we're doing. It's a new whole verse. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. But I think what I think the thing that made the statement seem outlandish is just that he said like a trillion. Like a trillion is a mighty long, big number.
Yeah.
If you had said, he's 5 times better than Jay-Z, 10 times, whatever, people would be like, all right, cool, a bit more receptive to it.
Yeah, yeah.
A trillion is like out of this world.
It's like Will.i.am, some people forget, he started on that backpack roots type underground rap before they made a little
the Black Eyed Peas team,
right? And then to Dr. Umar's, disgust, they brought in the Snow Bunny Fergie,
to keep it, and
then it popped, right, So I do feel like Will.i.am has the credentials to speak on this. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and he knows a lot of stuff that goes on in the background as well, right?
Right. He's a
smart. He's the one that told Dr. Dre about doing headphones.
Right.
So he's got a stake in that.
Right.
He told Dre and Ivy, yo, you don't need to look at headphones is the next thing.
Yeah.
Boom.
Here we are.
What happened with that?
Okay. So you say that, I say, yes, he is eligible to speak on said subject matter. But should you always speak on things like that as an artist? Because I feel like, just me, Will.i.am ain't my type of artist or lyricist,
I don't even consider
or his genre of music ain't really my thing. So it's like the only kind of pushback I gave him was like, bruv, why are you like, all right, cool, have your opinion, but brother. Like,
why was he saying that? Why was he making the comparison?
Yeah, you didn't need to make the comparison. And
did he get asked the question and that he just kind of came out with that?
I never went further back enough to
see
know.
why he made that statement. It'll be interesting to see what happened beforehand. Like what, like was he just trying to be provocative? Like did he know that it was going to become like people are going to talk about it, It
feels clickbaity again.
Exactly. Like he knew it was going to be clipped.
And why do we need
people would talk about it?
Why do we keep comparing our legends to each other? Like, because it puts us in a space of, yes, we're going to come and talk about it because it's content, but there isn't a need for a conversation about whether Jay-Z or Black Thought are better than each other or which one.
Here's the play. You can wake up in the morning and do this play. X rapper is better than Jay-Z.
Yeah.
As long as it ends with better than Jay-Z, it's going to catch traction. Some people don't rate Jay-Z as the GOAT. And you're fine. That's fine.
And some people are going to sit there and can't wait for those kind of conversations
and that's
to happen.
fine.
Just to shit
my
on the
GOAT doesn't
like.
necessarily have to be your GOAT. And if my GOAT's your GOAT, it's cool because we have something to talk about.
Yeah.
But people that say Nas is their GOAT, I'm not going to argue with you about that because I totally understand it because Nas is in my top 10 MCs.
Yeah.
However, this guy Jay-Z is used as the default bar of this person's so great and they're better than Jay-Z. And it's like, well, there's something to that. If you're using this Jay-Z guy as a measuring stick to show everyone else that your guy's better, that says a hell of a lot about this guy, that he's the measuring stick.
Yeah.
You don't see it with no disrespect. You don't see it happening with Nas. It doesn't happen with Busta Rhymes. It doesn't happen with Kendrick Lamar. Whoever.
It does happen with Kendrick Lamar.
Well, it just happened, didn't it?
It does happen. Maybe you just because you're not in that demographic that have those conversations, but definitely happens a lot.
Yeah, but they don't use Kendrick.
They definitely use Kendrick as the bar.
What in in the same sense as Jay-Z?
As in, no, this person is better than Kendrick.
Yeah, but I don't think Kendrick's where Jay-Z is at. Kendrick is an active rapper, so that's fine. Jay-Z ain't an active rapper, and they're using him as the bar. That's like saying, oh yeah, I could probably box someone, Chris Eubank. I could knock out Chris Eubank right now as I'm an active boxer. But he's Chris the bar because he's a good boxer.
Didn't Jake Paul just do that? Like against Mike Tyson?
He's not active.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar's active. That's why I didn't use him in the same sentence as Jay, because Jay's not as active as he was the previous years. Yeah. So Kendrick he's the man now, you are going to use him as the bar. But Jay-Z's not outside like Kendrick. Yeah. And Jay-Z's still being used as the default better than him.
And I understand that, and I understand what Joe is saying. I feel like the internet and everybody who wants to create conversations use people like Jay-Z as the bar because they want to create content for people to chat about, when really Jay-Z ain't for none of you lot. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, cool. Jay-Z is the bar, but you said he's not active. And why are we still comparing? I don't like even the comparison with even the conversation with the Nas and the Jim Jones team. That was part of my gripe. Is like, why are we comparing those two artists when they're not in the...
It's like apples to oranges.
Yeah, they're not even in the same thing. I get it. Both are rappers. Both are incredible artists. And I didn't want to feel like I was shitting on Jim Jones, even though it did. But it was like, why are we comparing these artists? Like, really, Nas and Jay-Z...
But that sounds like a personal gripe for yourself.
What's that?
You don't like artists being compared.
I just don't like legacy acts compared with acts that are current and are active, because legacy acts should be left alone. Michael Jordan should be left alone. When LeBron James retired, leave him alone in conversations. When these dons that have created such a bar for the culture, don't put another rapper who's just doing his thing.
But that's always going to be the case.
I get it, but
you should be on the same level,
but it's a conversation that creates division. You see what I'm saying? And there's, like, for example, me and you are from a different generation.
Yeah.
So there's going to be that divide in conversations, because in that divide in the conversation
that's going to exist anyway, no?
Yeah, I mean, it's like the Ronaldo and Messi debate.
And fans are tribal anyway.
Yeah, I think where some of the issue lies is, it's almost like there's a certain entitled disrespect that's put on the legacy acts, because some people...
No, but I don't think it's... I think it is... How do I say it? People are taking it that way, but it's not that way. It's conversation. I feel like it's like by default, any conversation about Liverpool, I've already got... It's like, always like people of like different age brackets are always going to have a default allegiance to a certain thing, and then they're not going to like when people make those comparisons.
Yeah. But sorry.
Go.
That's a fact. But at the same time, it's when it's disrespect. That's where I don't like it. The conversation,
100%. But
conversation's fine to a degree, because I understand people will have their opinions on Arsenal and Liverpool or the top teams, the Man United, whatnot. But when it becomes disrespectful, like, for example, Henry was never one of the best left-sided wingers in the world or in the Prem. That's when it becomes like, all right, bro, like, what? Okay, are we just doing this to have a back and forth, or are we coming from a place of integrity in a conversation? That's my thing. It's the integrity. It's the integrity part of it. Like, let's just, like, are you just saying that for banter, or do you believe that? Do you see what I'm saying?
There's a small group of names that you know are going to get you traction. There's a small group of names that you know are going to get traction. And the thing is, it's like, where the disrespect creeps in is where I saw someone the other day on Twitter goes, Jay-Z was never that guy.
Yeah.
He's never sold 5 million albums, never this.
Gonna get clicks.
Like, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
Volume 2 sold 5 million albums. Like, if you're going to be disrespectful to someone's work, fine, but do your research so no one can punch holes in your argument.
Let me give you a comparison. I have a son who's 10 years old. My son can come to me and go, Dad, I have an opinion on something that you've said. Cool, son.
Love that.
10 years old, speak to me about that opinion. Dad, I didn't like this. Which my son does, actually. Blah, blah, blah. Cool, son. The reason why I said that, son, and in conversation we go back and forth. If my son comes to me at 10 years old and goes, Dad, you're an idiot, what are you talking about? I heard you say that. That's when I'm like, brother.
So it's the approach.
Yeah.
Who are you talking to?
Yeah.
And that's where that comparison happens, that analogy happens with the culture. It's like we have these disrespectful conversations about our greats that don't need to be had. Yes, you can. Joe's right. You can have conversations, and those conversations are always going to be had. But it's when the legends are disrespected in a way like they didn't. You ain't the reason why you even wear those clothes is because of that guy. Like Bob Marley's and all of the. I'm not just. It's just all across the board when we're comparing. it's feeling like even the list they do on the lists they put out is for clicks.
Yeah.
They put everybody there. They put, let's put him right there so we can cause a conversation on a podcast.
So you're saying their motivations
It's
depends on
clicky.
the motivation.
Yeah, it's fake. It's like, it's not.
Because some people online will have you
disingenuous.
think that they'll have you think that the thing that they love started now.
Yeah.
Like they'll totally disregard this thing that started in South Bronx and how rap was different then, and how rappers always had its little pockets of like rap's the umbrella. It's always had its little pockets of genre rap and all that. They just act like it started right now. It's like, well, so you're basically saying there was no one before that did the walking so you could run?
Yeah.
Like what we doing? Like,
yes, 100%.
The Jay-Z's of the world, the Nas's of the world, different journeys, but same destination of rapping and letting you know you can make it out of the hood and make money and keep your integrity and expand. Like, you lot just want guys to be super dope and just be stuck in the hood all the time. What we doing? Like,
I see someone online talk about the tiers of conversations that people should be having. Like there should be an internet where they separate those bunch of people and they only they're only talking those spaces and those people talk in them spaces.
Right.
And I thought that's a good.
So we're going to segregate areas of social media now. Is
it
that
ain't
what's
gonna
happening?
happen, but I thought it was an interesting.
you got to put a little social media
that?
CV.
Yeah, you go in there.
Yeah, put your CV in.
Yeah,
Give us like, these are things I can discuss because I've done my research. I lived it. I saw it. Yada, yada, yada. And they'll go, right, well, yep. Okay, you can go
over there because I know your opinion.
Yeah,
now.
what about you? Well, I don't go out much. I'm in the basement. I play video games all day. I listen to rap music every so often. I only hear it through adverts. Right, you can't sit over there with them because they know what they're talking about. You got to go over there.
Like a high school cafeteria all over again.
Yeah. You know, you're picking the football team and the last people that in the line.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I guess I'm going to have to choose you because there's only 2 left and you're shitter than him.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But what Will.i.am said is not outlandish.
No.
It's just 1 trillion times. That's the problem.
1 trillion times is the
It's
problem.
not outlandish that Black thought is better than
Isn't
Jay.
that just nuanced though?
It's a crazy metric, though.
A trillion?
Trillion sounds like... Trillion sounds
Make a man sound like it's Black thought.
But it sounds like he's like putting down...
It sounds disrespectful.
By saying trillion, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like you're putting...
Joe, 1 trillion times.
Because then we start going into the fact that Jay-Z has a bigger influence than Black Thought.
I don't know if I'd say that's more disrespect. I think it's more he's used trillion to emphasize his point that he believes that Black Thought is a better rapper rather than to push down Jay-Z.
That he's trillion times better.
I think he's putting that more as in like people need to really put respect on my man's name.
Right, okay, that's a good perspective.
Compare him to Jay-Z.
That's a good perspective.
It's like you've got a higher level. Not saying that Jay-Z's rubbish and Jay-Z's this and that. He's just saying that the level that he's at, that Will.i.am believes my man is at, is just he's the best.
So it's just about respect.